Welcome back. In the last video we introduced some of the basic tools for describing numerical variables when the data are in their raw form. However, in many instances you will be working with categorical data or data that have already been summarized to some extent. In these cases, an effective present tool is often the bar chart or a pie chart. When dealing with quantitative data, you may find a stem and leaf diagram useful. We will begin with bar charts, which are graphical representations of a categorical data set in which a rectangular bar is drawn over each category or class. The length or height of each bar represent the frequency or percentage of observations or some other measure associated with the category. The bars may be either vertical or horizontal. They may be in the same color or they may be in different colors, depicting different categories. Additionally, multiple variables can be graphed on the same bar chart. This slide is an example of a bar chart depicting car companies and the respective January 2012 sales. Take note that this graph is in the form of column. The automobile company is in the horizontal axis and the new car sales variable is on the vertical axis. Go ahead and open Patience from the Excel files and we'll learn to build a bar chart. Click on the Data tab. And as you can see in this data set, column F is our payer variable and column G is our total charges variable. To begin, let's create a pivot table. Click within the data set, Insert, Pivot Table, click OK. Principal payer will go in rows and total charges will go in values. Be sure to format the total charges as currency, so go Home and click on the $sign, Insert, Bar Chart, and there's your bar chart. So again, before you would submit this for a presentation or a paper, you'd want to format it with a descriptive title, as well as axes and anything else you might like. A pie chart is another graphical tool that can be used to transform data into information. You've likely seen these many times before, but it's a graph in the shape of a circle. The circle is then divided into slices corresponding to the categories or classes to be displayed. The size of each slice is proportional to the magnitude of the displayed variable associated with each category or class. Here's an example of a pie chart in golf equipment. These data report that golfers see a golf ball as being the most responsible for improving an amateur golfer's game. Let's go back into the Excel file Patience that we used to build a bar chart, but this time let's construct a pie chart that shows the percentage of patients with each health insurance provider. Again, I recommend creating another pivot table. We'll place health insurance provider in rows, and again in values. And be sure we have count, which we do. And then we'll set values to count and show values as percent of grand total. Format those as a percent to get rid of the decimal places, and then Insert, Pie Chart. And this time we'll just do a 2D. You could also do a 3D graph. Again, you should always format your graphs to be professional, clean, and easy to read. One thing that I'd like to note on is pie charts are sometimes mistakenly used when a bar chart would be more appropriate, so just make sure you're using them when appropriate.